What is going on, FA Nation? John Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome to the Fantasy Slam MLB DFS Game Day Playbook Preview Show. We're looking at the 6-game Thursday main slate. It is an early slate starting at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Time. We are winding down the MLB regular season, therefore the end of the MLB DFS season for regular season baseball is also quickly approaching. This is the second to last preview show that we'll have as well, but this is my last preview show as Grande and Henry will be doing the Friday preview while I handle NFL duties for Thursday. So appreciate all of you guys that have tuned in with us all baseball season long. It's obviously been a pleasure to talk to you guys about baseball, all the ups and downs, crazy plays, seasons that we've talked about throughout the year. Happy to have you join us. But don't worry, you can always find me on the YouTube channel. And of course, James and I, as I've said, bunch of times this week, we do the NBA DFS show and preview show, so it won't be long before you see us back here in front of you talking some DFS together. James, 6 games. Looks like we're going to be avoiding some of the weather that's impacting the southern East Coast here for this one. We know, obviously, the Braves-Mets game on Wednesday has been postponed. Thursday postponed as well, so but not dealing with any of that weather. We have Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, KC, Washington, Tampa Bay, Detroit, Angels, White Sox, Cardinals, Coors, Rockies and Coors, Texas and Oakland there to round out this slate. Michael Wacha is your top price starting pitcher at $9K. How are we feeling about things here, man?
Things have been better in terms of Michael Wacha being the top price pitcher of the slate and Mitch Keller being the second highest pitcher of the slate. But like we are, we handle, what is the saying? We deal with the hand we're dealt, right?
Yep.
I think Wacha is fine, all things considered. Obviously, he's not going to get a lot of run support. That's obvious. The Royals offense has been in an absolute free fall basically since Pasquantino went down. So, we're dealing with a expensive pitcher that shouldn't be this price with an offense that may not get him a win. It's fine. Mitch Keller, obviously a really tough spot. Remains to be seen what the Brewers lineup will look like. I would say like down the stretch. I know like it's not the day after they've clinched anything, but we saw with the Astros on the Wednesday slate, they clinched. They said, screw it. We're going to punt the game. They started, Alex Bregman was like their only like core piece that started, and then he got lifted after a couple at bats. So we'll see if Milwaukee decides to like rest regulars. If that is the case, then Mitch Keller could be a little bit interesting. We'll know, obviously, that game is 12:35. Tyler Anderson has been, we kind of suspected the blow up would happen. He has had a lot of bad starts lately. The numbers suggested there'd be a lot of bad starts. There weren't. He was getting lucky. He was an all-star. He does get the White Sox, though. So obviously, if you want to play Tyler Anderson, there's a case for that. And then the Kumar Rocker thing is interesting because Kumar Rocker will be limited, but he has a ton of strikeout appeal. So I think of the top 4, there's some mild interest in all of them. But I think Rocker has the highest ceiling in terms of strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And again, 74, 71 pitches. So if he could just be a bit more efficient, like maybe we get him into a spot where he can get a win. 5 innings isn't, I mean, you would hope by 70 pitches, a guy would be able to make the 5th or 6th inning at this point. But obviously high strikeout guys, increase
and walks and the
and
walks.
Yeah, the 4 walks definitely hurt him there against Toronto. So yeah, maybe we'll get him in a good spot here to at least qualify this go around. Mid-tier options, again, it's a small slate, so pitching sort of falls apart as we kind of work our way down the list here. You have been a Savale guy this year, not in the spot against Pittsburgh here, because we know he's only going to go like 5 innings, right?
I think the difference between like going a Kumar Rocker versus Savale is that I know their strikeout appeal with Rocker, where like Savale has struck people out, but then there's like a lot of games where you're like 2, 2, 3, 3. We're rocker striking people out all the time. So thanks, but no thanks.
Okay. Where are we going then in the mid tier? Anybody stand out to you?
No, I just don't want to even talk about. I mean,
Like, would you tempt Gibson and Coors, I guess, or like Freeland the other way? I mean,
I think Alexander is okay, but like obviously not in love with it. I think JT Ginn is okay. JT Ginn's had a couple of good games on his ledger at 71. I don't hate Patrick Corbin, considering how bad the Royals have been offensively. I would consider him. Gibson's fine. Freeland's fine. Flexen's fine. I think you could probably make a case for any of the punts, but it is.
yeah, it's all dark throws. I agree. Small slate, so a catcher will kind of find where to go, but you do have, Coors on this slate. You get Patrick Corbin on this slate, so there's definitely some targets for us here.
Yep. I mean, I like Patrick Corbin's probably the top punt for me. Just given what, so I mean, you could still play guys against him, but Pedro Pajes started against a lefty on Wednesday. You can go back there. Kyber Ruiz 34, and Jonah Heim 29, Jake Rogers 28.
Okay. First base. Tolley is your top priced guy. Goldschmidt right below him. Obviously, good spots for both plays. Smaller slate, so you have your player pool dips quickly here. Nolan Shanuel. We got him here against Flexen. Could be a spot at $3,700.
Yeah, he's fine.
Is there any other value? I guess Nico Cavadas would also fill in here for us. So
yep, Nathaniel Lowe's been fine.
Yep. Any other value at first?
Andrew Vaughn against a lefty, 31.
Yeah, Andrew Vaughn versus lefty is a good one. Second base, Brandon Lau against Olsen, $4,900. It's pretty good for us there. What are some of your core plays?
I mean, Brendan Donovan started and hit second on Wednesday against a lefty, assuming that will happen again.
Yeah.
He's fine. Luis Garcia is a high upside play. Bryce Terang's a high upside stolen base guy. Jose Tena has been slowing down a little bit, but he's fine. Gonzalez, Geloff, Shunk has actually been largely good.
Homered the other day.
Aranda has been really good for Tampa Bay in the top half of their lineup. A lot of home runs lately.
Yeah.
So if you want to play Aranda, I do think that's a tough matchup with Detroit. Probably only pitching Olsen a few innings, and then that bullpen has been super, super good, and that's kind of what they're hanging their hat on right now. Their pitching has been pretty great, especially the bullpen. So I think Aranda is probably as low as I'd go.
I'd give a shout to Nick York if he's in the lineup. He's been pretty good.
Sure.
Homered. 2,700.
Lynn Sosa too, or Lennon Sosa as well. 2,500.
Versus a lefty for sure. Third base, up at your top is McMahon. Again, you get the Coors Field guys. Arenado versus Freeland, 51 and 5K, then drops down. We know Caminero can take anybody yard, so he's 4,200. Always have the power upside on this slate, but it gets gross quick. So I don't know, Vierling maybe at $3,400 for value. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it's disgusting. Arenado is going to be 100%. Whoever's not playing Arenado probably just plays McMahon.
Right.
Vierling, you're going to get. He's probably going to be pinch hit for. That just is what they do. If the righty, I mean, we'll see. Matchup based, but
at the very least, he usually hits at the top of their lineup versus lefties, doesn't he? Yep. So
Ortiz 3,300. He's a pretty high upside player. Bunch of home runs, couple stolen bases. So sure. Probably it.
Yeah, you get Miguel Vargas all the way down here, just in purgatory. Just quit playing baseball once he's traded to the White Sox. So
yeah.
Go from the Dodgers to the White Sox. Sorry, guy. Shortstop, you got Bobby Witt against Corbin. You got Tovar versus Gibson. Your top two price plays: Mason Wynn versus a lefties, $4,900. You do have Adames versus a righty, not in Milwaukee, but versus righty at 46. Nato, Josh Smith, pretty decent, I guess, player depth here at shortstop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with basically any of those names. Wynn is, I think, per dollar the best option. Love Adames against a struggling Keller. Can obviously play with Tovar. They're both elite players, so I don't have a problem with any of those top names. I don't know why they don't have CJ. I wish they had CJ Abrams like listed out.
Yeah,
Don't click CJ Abrams' name.
yeah, he's optioned.
He is
So
yes.
out there gambling till 8 in the morning on a game day.
Yeah, the way that they worded the was about getting him help seems like this may or just speculation here. Maybe it's reckless. Doesn't seem like it was the first time. If
No,
they're looking for to get him help because yeah.
yeah, I agree. Not great, not great. Legalized gambling. That's what happens in the world. But hey, listen, Dennis Rodman one time like went AWOL for a week. Like
True,
Michael Jordan had to go get him. Like
true,
hey, we kind of need you here, guy.
true.
All right, other shortstops.
No,
I agree. Outfield, Doyle's your top guy at over 6K. And he hasn't really been very good, and he's been hurt, but he is cores, so there's that. O'Neill Cruz, a lot of power, $5,600. James Wood, ton of power and speed. So maybe you look to go there. Just pair up Washington guys, Cruz and Wood here.
Yeah. I don't know about Dylan Cruz looks terrible.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't go there at the price. I understand that there's like
they kind of rushed him to the show. Like he wasn't having like eye-popping numbers at the minor league levels either.
It was like right before he was called up, he was having like a good stretch, but still it did feel a little escalated.
So they want to get him his at bats now, so he'll be ready for next year. But
which is fine ish, but like he's obviously not performing well. So I'd probably stay away from $4,700.
4K range then. Again, I don't know. Hilliard's in the lineup, 46 against Gibson would be good there. Chorio at 45. Butler I think he had a good game yesterday.
Bunch of stolen bases. He's stealing bases lately.
Yeah, you're right. Just doing everything. So another guy that I talked a lot yesterday in our Discord about guys who chasing sort of milestones, right? So he's closing in on 2020. Ellie's 5 stolen bases short of 70. These guys with teams that aren't playing for anything, they go out there and get their own personal statistics. So he probably sees that that's in reach now, 3 stolen bases away. So I like that. I like that shout. Anybody else in this mid range?
Ryan Till is looking for his next 4
ABs.
4 AB bonus.
Did anybody pick him up yet or no?
No, I don't think so. Langford is obviously in play. Taylor Ward against Flexen and / White Sox bullpen. Adolis has been a little better. Palacios is activated from the IL. He's leading off for Tampa on the Wednesday slate. Tommy Pham will lead off against a lefty hitting in front of Bobby Witt if you want to play him.
Dario Blanco versus a lefty. It was all 4 of his home runs came in 2 days.
All 4 came, all against lefty. So, yeah, for sure. He's been good against lefties. Garrett Mitchell. You keep going down like Renfroe, Wenzel Perez, Leody Taveras has been pretty good lately. Seth Brown at 3K. We know he has power against righties. And then where did I skip over Jordan Walker? Jordan Walker, $3,600. Jordan Walker too. He had a pretty good spot in the line. I think he's saying like 6th on
versus a lefty. He should be up
Wednesdays.
There, right? Yeah. All right. I'll just start with Jordan Walker then, since he's in front of us here.
Yep.
What else do we want to do for outfield? Yeah, Hilliard. Hilliard, the way he's been playing. There's Gibson.
Sure. Yeah.
And then,
I mean, we're spending up at third to like Arenado or McMahon.
Yeah, so. Arenado's good. I like that. Second
is a terrible. Maybe like Lennon. So I don't even know if we need.
I was gonna say Aranda, but you think they pull Olsen early? So
I'd be okay with. I mean, I'd be okay with Aranda because he's hitting for power. You're not going to get a lot of 3K players
All right.
that are homering this frequently.
Pitching. What would we do? We do Kumar and
I mean, we can just go Waka
just,
if we felt comfortable with it. I think Corbin's fine. I think Tyler Anderson is fine.
is Anderson pitch enough? Yeah, no, you're right. White Sox versus Anderson. That's good enough. That's good. Good call. 4250. Catcher here.
Pajes probably, or
If we do Pajes, then we just do like Goldschmidt then or Nolan. Nolan 37.
yeah, that's fine.
4,900 for a shortstop.
I mean, we could realistically use anyone. Like if we wanted to pay for Bobby, we could, or if we wanted to just go full stack, yeah.
Yeah, just click to win.
The outfield just sucks. So like we didn't need to spend all the way up if we didn't want to, but
will Chorio play the whole game? You think? Yeah.
I'd assume so. If he's in the lineup, I assume. But also, no. I mean, the Brewers, they probably would tell us, right? They told us like, hey, we're only going to pitch our starters 5. Like maybe they'll come out and be like, hey, we're only going to play our starters 6 innings, you know. And if not, if they do tell us that, or you could pivot to Taylor Ward, or
let's do Ward anyways, just for the lineup correlation there. All right, so we got $500 left over. We got Rocker, Anderson, Pajes, Sean Newell, Aranda, Arenado, Wynn, Walker, Hilliard, and Ward there with $500 left over because again, small slate. That's where we're at. Again, we'll have the playbook out. I believe it's either Henry or Jason are on the playbook for Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. It's an early start, so get your questions into us early. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share. Free way to support what we do here over at Fantasy Alarm. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. For me, Grande, and Henry will take you through the Friday slate. Until then, everybody, catch you later.